Is this the end of cryptocurrency? Is this the end of the madness that took something that had no value and took it to $60,000 a coin? Is this the end of it? Well, I would only look back on my past history and my past understanding to gain some knowledge. I'd look back at the dot-com bubble and see that there were secretaries in Silicon Valley that were becoming millionaires as a result of stock options that they were granted. I'd look back to the subprime crisis and I'd read the book, The Big Short by Michael Lewis, and I'd see that real estate got out of hand and Lehman Brothers failed, and the only thing that saved it was the government stepped in and bailed them out. That isn't going to happen with cryptocurrency.
Best of Us Investors presents Carrie Griegmeyer.
Back in 2019, I saw an interview with Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger, and they were talking about the uncontrolled lending or the uncontrolled financing that the federal government was doing, pumping about $1 trillion into the market on an annual basis as a result of the subprime crisis, and how the Fed and the banking system was supported, as well so was General Motors and Chrysler, and with federal money to keep things going. And Charlie and Warren both said that if it's too good to be true, it's probably not true. And you look back and the same thing happened, as I said, in the dot-com bubble, that if things are too good to be true, they probably aren't true. And that's what cryptocurrency in my mind has been. I don't own any cryptocurrency other than a payment I was taken, and it sits in Coinbase, and it's lost 80% of its value. So I don't really pay any attention to it, and I've never done any videos supporting cryptocurrency because I don't know it. And the other thing that I believe very strongly in is you've got to regulate these things, and there's no regulation. There's got to be somebody bigger than a young kid, 29 years old, sitting in the Bahamas, taking money in and then doing a scam of lending it out and telling you that he's going to pay you some interest, but he's using the fractional reserve banking type system where he takes your $1,000 and lends it out 10 times, and your 10,000 turns into, or your 1,000 turns into 10,000 debt. And then when any element of the world changes so that it puts something in jeopardy, his little scheme becomes in jeopardy. And as the world then reacts to other circumstances, eventually what happens is the whole tower comes falling down. And the thing that is crazy to me is it's nothing new. It happens on a regular basis. It happened in 2000, it happened in 2010, and here we are in 2022, and it happened again. And I guess it's because the young people don't know anything about it. They don't read The Big Short. They don't know that pole dancers were owning 3 rental properties down in Florida, and they were able to do that because the bank were making crazy loans to them that said you'll pay no interest for 5 years, and then there'll be a balloon payment. Well, everybody knows that real estate goes up 9% a year, so it's not a problem. Well, it is a problem when it's not regulated. When it's not regulated, guess what happens? Somebody gets caught in the trap. It was Lehman Brothers back in 2009, and it's what's the name of it? FTX in 2022. And I just want you to know, in my opinion, the dominoes will continue to fall. And it will be, because it will destroy the confidence of people who got involved in this and leveraged up and bought a big house and bought a Tesla and bought a boat and yeah, paid $10,000 and you can fly on your own private jet. Send us the $10,000. They did it. And now they're leveraged. And that tower of blocks will fall. Trust me. I've seen it before. Warren and Charlie seen it before. You've heard the statement when the tide goes out. Damn it, the tide's gone out. You find out who's swimming naked, and it's this 30-year-old who now filed bankruptcy. He had loaned a bunch of the money he took in to his girlfriend to create a company in one of the islands. I told you about this 2 years ago when I told you, get out of these Chinese stocks that are registered in the Cayman Islands, because no one's regulating them. No one's overseeing what they do. They take care of your money, and you hope to hell they treat it with some respect and are honest with you. Well, they're not going to be honest with you. It's there. It's in the open. I'm just glad I didn't fall for that trap. And why didn't I fall? I've been there before. I've seen this happen. If it's too good to be true, it's not true. If you can take a video of LeBron James and dunking a basketball and then sell it as an NTF, that's too good to be true. I could sit in the stands and do that all week long. That's too good to be true. It's not true. It's not a Picasso because you call it a Picasso. It's not. So be aware of what you're doing. I also would ask you, who told you about this? Who on YouTube sat down and said, oh, go out and buy this, and go buy those Chinese stocks, buy these cryptocurrencies. This is a new thing. They got to be stupid. If it's too good to be true, it's not true. So what is true? Well, I run my portfolio based upon those things that happen that are going to affect the way I live. Well, the biggest thing that's happened in my life, and I'm 78 years old now, was the coronavirus. I mean, it brought our world to its knees. The World War II did not affect the whole world like the coronavirus did. So our healthcare system has to change. Is that genius? No. We are at war with Russia. Yeah. And today, Biden is trying to keep us out of war with China. Is that an event? Yeah, it is. What are the effects on it? Well, the United States damn well better be building up its military machine. France better be building up its military machine, as should the UK. Well, who makes the best fighter jets? Lockheed Martin. Who makes the best rocket launchers on the back of a truck? Lockheed Martin. What is this war over? Energy. Is it that difficult? No, it's not. So I'm building a health care portfolio to take care of what I think is going to happen in genome sequencing and genome editing, and is going to take cancer out of my body. So I'm building a war portfolio made up of stocks that are going to support the war effort. I'm putting in and finding out who the government is issuing contracts to for cybersecurity. It's not Palantir. Okay, so if I know these things are going to happen, if I know Joe and the Defense Department have to protect us from the aggression of Vladimir Putin and potentially Xi Jinping, I need to invest in that. I don't need to be investing in some new form of currency that is not regulated by any government who does all that, and any trade organization. It's just a bunch of 29-year-olds taking your money while they sit in the Bahamas and doing whatever the hell they want with it. How stupid is that? Or, no, that's genius on his part, but how stupid are you to go and do it and then leverage up on it? Come on. You don't, if it's too good to be true, God damn it, it's too good to be true. So stay away from it. This just upsets me because I know there are a lot of young people who work hard for their money and think that they can outsmart the system. You cannot. Do not play. Who was it I watched? The Minnesota Vikings. I don't care if you're 10, 12 points ahead of them. They're going to beat you. And then they'll beat you in the last second. So don't play in a league that you have no business in. Judge your abilities. The one thing I am sure of is right now, someone is building another tower of insecure blocks that are all dependent upon the world functioning perfectly, and you will be lured into it, and it'll collapse. I know it. Somebody's working on it right now. Be aware. There are too many traps in this game. Okay, I have 3 objectives. 1, help you make better investment decisions. Number 2, teach you the tax code so you learn to keep more of what you make. That's basically a Roth IRA. And then make a goal to make the people who follow you on this earth better off by building family wealth. That's my objectives for you. And I guess I need to add, try to keep you out of the damn traps that these other lunatics are setting up for you. Talk to you again tomorrow.